For racism in this sport or into... Decision will go against Joshua King on his return to Old Trafford. There was talk of a permanent return to Old Trafford in January, and a deadline day bid from his former side for very different reasons as they come together at Old Fernandez. It's just Nick. Pogba. Chase on for Shaw.
Piling the numbers down the middle, Bournemouth.
Ages of this one. Now for Manchester United. Pogba's won it back, but only briefly. Actually did keep it tighter in the one-away game. Pogba can see what he was trying.
Yeah, but again, you know, room is not quite there. Very difficult, and they're basically saying to them, Bournemouth, you're going to need all...
That's just before the season was suspended. Equally strong to win it back once more. To afford Aaron Ramsdale rather greater protection than he had against Newcastle. Wasn't really much that he could have done about any of the...
Is a very different experience, and particularly in their current form.
There's Pogba in this Bournemouth half of the field. Paul Pogba again. Simon Francis, the club cap. Fernandez will try again. It's going to stay linked with pressing and probing here, those in red. Aki's header. He was taken over the captain's armband with no Steve Cook today. Or he scored here direct from a corner, actually, at the end of 2015. Free kick given against Jefferson Lerma. Contributions. And a free kick given against Jefferson Lerma. Challenge on Pogba.
At this moment in time, I mean, Manchester United will be probably pleased to have a set piece and that they can get something at goal, because with this kind of closing down...
And Wan-Bissaka. Back to Paul Pogba. Ember. There's Pogba.
Castle.
Wan-Bissaka have to remain switched.
His recent performances and what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been getting out of his players. Wondering whether... United know by now that everything has got to be ultra sharp. They're not going to get the time.
Pogba finding Rashford with a dangerous header down. Again, it was awkward for Aaron Ramsdale.
Well, the one thing I was just looking at then was, as he came out, you know, is he going to clash with Greenwood, who just tries to read the header?
Again here with Bruno Fernandes. You go bookings to games for Jefferson Lerma, who's the steel and aggression in the middle of the... It's his 42nd game for Bournemouth today, and he's just got the one goal so far. Pogba clipping one forward. Up goes Martial. It falls for handball. Well, it's a great block. Yeah, it's a penalty. Well, he watched and watched and watched and watched Mike Dean, and eventually blew the whistle.
I think he was waiting to see if Harry Maguire put it in the back of the net, didn't he? Well, I'm 100 yards away and it looked like handball.
And at Manchester United now have got the look of a team that have got their confidence back in. Defending done for Manchester United by Wap.
But that David De Gea was so criticised for conceding against Tottenham to Steven Bergwijn in their first game back since the restart.
Yeah, it wasn't a long way.
Two. There's a bit of space for Paul Pogba.
You try and close.
He took over the captain's armband in January, of course, officially, from another free kick, albeit this time back helping out his defence. Is in the mood for more. It's converted by Danjuma. There is an offside flag up, though, on this near side.
Into 2 goals, I think Pogba... to be honest with you, it's like watching him playing for his country. I remember in 2018.
Back from Bruno Fernandes, and again here. Those two combined once more. Now Matic, a little slip by Lewis Cook, ensured it reached the Serbian. Kick in dangerous territory.
Yeah, Kelly nibbled Bournemouth, which is not surprising, but obviously built
of the game. And thwarted by the flag.
Yeah, and again, it's good work by Wan-Bissaka in getting into those positions. And how about this for a ball? I mean, this is brilliant, but he is offside. It looks to be very marginal. But then again, you never know.
See that angle.
When the lines arrive, you never quite know. See the last Manchester United player? He could finish.
As they already have at this stage.
Well, he's
just a bit too much traffic to negotiate on that. He'll be desperate to open his Premier League account for the club.
Earlier United attacks when Greenwood was on the pitch, and he wouldn't necessarily be that bothered about
built up from the first leg.
That is true. He will want to win, so he's going to be going with pretty much what's
yesterday. Doesn't think it's easy at all, and his side have a point to prove against those teams, as they're doing maybe against Bournemouth today, in search of more. The sides that all took points from United earlier after lockdown.
I was going to say, humility is always a good thing.
Oh, and Ramsdale, he's certainly been kept very busy in his first Premier League season.
For them of late now to think that there isn't enough there to help.
Blue shirts back there for Bournemouth. New look blue shirts, by the way. This is next season's.
Waiting, looking for weaknesses, looking for gaps, things that he could
competitions.
Well, you just wonder whether Solskjaer has relayed that to him, because
all club, and he's certainly learning along the way. It has been a steep learning curve. It's always going to be from the forward play, hasn't he? He's very hands-on, understandably.
Oh.
And look at that, 16 attempts, 7 of those on target. 3 on-target attempts for Bournemouth
today, and although we got kind of shock starts in terms of Bournemouth scoring.
In the FA Cup, he was one of the 3 that in vain. Series of saves to keep the score down to 5 today. Substitutions, of course. There's Pogba, James. He got a little
tight area, sometimes in his own box.
Certainly culpable for the opening goal that put them on the back foot against Newcastle. In just able to help it back on to Wan-Bissaka. Pogba flinging himself at that. It wouldn't have counted. Assistant flagging on the far side.
Yeah, I think Pogba was claiming that he was pushed at the end because he's.
There it comes from Pogba, and it's a flying save. Ramsdale equal to it. It wasn't a bad effort, though, was it? That was heading for the top corner. Interesting summer in the transfer market to come. Woodward's already made it clear it might not be quite the same summer they would have had. But no longer is top 4 the extent of their Premier Leicgue ambitions. Leicester very catchable in 3rd spot.